What is the role of gold in portfolios? And why do we say it's a strategic asset? Let's take a look. Any portfolio you would want to have three peculiar characteristics, which is to give you returns, to ensure enough diversification, and to also be a liquid portfolio, which is you should be able to sell an asset class when you need the money without actually having to suffer a market where there are no buyers, or where in general the asset class only becomes liquid at certain points in time. So gold actually can enhance a portfolio in all these three ways. And if you look at returns, we've done an analysis ranging from 1 year to 15 years. We've compared it with Indian stocks, government bonds, corporate bonds, and also cash. And we've seen that annually gold gives returns, at least on an average, in the range of 12 to 14%. If you look at gold and its returns from a historic point of view, we've seen that gold also performs very well in periods of high inflation. Gold has also kept up with money supply. So when governments actually increase money supply and debase currencies, and that reduces your purchasing power, one asset class that keeps up with money supply growth is gold. If you look at volatility, gold is definitely less volatile than many major asset classes such as emerging market stocks, US stocks, private equity, REITs, or even crude oil. If you look at diversification, good diversifiers are very hard to find. What you would want a diversifier to do ideally would be to grow, when all other asset classes are growing, but also to protect your portfolio from downside risks when, major asset classes are falling. Gold does exactly that. So when the stock markets do well, gold does well. But when markets fall, gold does better. And we've seen this in various scenarios, that have panned out in the recent past. So whether it was COVID, when stock markets turned extremely volatile and were crashing, one asset class that did well was gold. The demand for gold goes up when there is risk and uncertainty. We've seen in a geopolitical event, especially, where gold has done well. And we've taken the Gulf War of the early 90s, or the 9/11 bombings, Brexit, Russian invasion, or Israel-Hamas, invasion that has happened in the recent past. In all these periods, when stock markets have crashed, gold has actually done well. Likewise, in periods of systemic risk, the one asset class that does well is gold. Here we have taken the mid-90s LTCM crisis, the dot-com bubble, recession of 2002, or Brexit, 2018 pullback, COVID, and the pullback after COVID in 2022. In terms of diversification, gold is a good diversifier in comparison to Indian stocks, simply because it doesn't perform like Indian stocks when Indian stocks fall. Likewise, the correlation between gold and Indian bonds, again, is negative when bond markets are actually crashing. In the past few years, what we've seen is that the correlation between bonds and equities have actually turned positive. So the only asset class that counters this correlation in falling markets is gold. Liquidity is a very important aspect when you look at portfolio allocation, because like I said, you would want to be able to sell as much as you want when you need money. Gold is an extremely liquid asset class in comparison to some of the major asset classes. If you look at the comparison of gold versus other asset classes, whether it's government bonds, Indian equities, or even German bonds, US T-bills, gold is actually a very liquid asset class. The amount of gold that gets traded on a daily basis is over $200 billion. Now, if you look at 2024, gold outperformed most asset classes globally, not just in India. India, of course, it was a standout performer, giving returns in over excess of 20%. But if you look at 2025 as well, gold has been, again, a standout performer.